Hello, good evening. Welcome to .programming.blogspot.com. Today, I will show you how to design a login control and with the full functionality. So, in the project in the NetBeans, add a JFrame to create a swing control swing form. That is the swing form with the controls. Add a label here. In the label, that change the text by using the property window. Okay. Copy the another and both label having the text that is label 1. So change the text that is username, and the second label having password. Okay, now for this username we have need a text field. Also in a password sections we use text field. Okay, and what is the where is the text here? Yeah, that is the text, so remove it when first time load the screen. Similarly, copy this and paste here. Okay, that is the JText field 2 default instance of the text field class. Okay, now adjust it according you. Add a button control from the toolbox. First of all, add a simple label for the label which represents the login. So add a label it here and change the text that is login. Also set the font login form. Okay, set the font that is 12 pixel 14. Okay, that's fine. Now add a button control. Change the text that is login. That's fine. Save this and prepare a database for login control. Also use the action performed when we click on this button. That's um, function is generated. Add a simple database. Create database. Pass the database name login db. Login user. Pass user. Okay, that's fine. That is the password. After creating the database, you can open connection string which is related to that database, that is login database. You can check your progress bar. Creating Java DB database. Okay, successfully created. Connect it, and in the login database expand the node and expand the login user and create a table. The name of the table is user table. Add columns under user table, that is name is ID, uh, that is integer type. Set primary key. Also add the another column, that is name in the table, that is username. You can say long variable type character. Add another column, that is password. Yeah, your table is successfully created under login database db file. Yeah, that is user table. If you want to add item in it, then view data by using the left symbol table creation. The integer value is directly inserted under the column, but in the text column you can add edit column. The username is Jacob. Right click, edit data, and your password is also Jacob. Okay, that's fine. The username and passwords in the table both are Jacob. Add the libraries under project, or you can say driver, for your JDBC connection. So first of all, in the login form, when we click on the button, your connection created here. So create a connection under the click event. Connection con equals to new driver manager dot get connection. Driver manager is a class through which we can call the get manager method. Get connection method through which we can pass database URL, username and the password in the string format. Okay, by default the connection state is open, so do not close it. In the service tag, right click on the connections and pick the database URL. Yeah, that's fine. That is your database URL. Username, that is login user, is your username. And user pass is your password. Actually, user pass is not password. That is pass user, I think, is your password. So if your connection is not created, then give a proper message. Okay, so in the next time I will see that login user is your username is correct, but user pass is, I think it's not. Pass user is your passwords. So next time I will see. Try catch block, I will do this. So after do this, after connection state, you can create a statement. Actually I want to retrieve the item from the table, so here you can use select a statement. So for do this, you can use create a statement method. In the later video sessions I will show you how to use prepare statements for the insert commands. You can see that java.beans is added in package. Remove this. Actually the actual package of the statement class is javax.sql.statement. Okay, now use the result set. Rs equals to st.execute query. You can execute the query by using this statement object. So use execute query with the string SQL select star from user table. The name of the table is user table. Okay. Remove the imports. Also use the while statements to fetch the one by one rows. So rs.next. By using the next method, you can retrieve rows one by one. Check if you're getting query, or you can say get the getting value from the database table is matched with your text field. So, oops. Yeah, rs.getString. Here we have a index number of the column, that is the 2. It represents the user ID, username and password. So user ID exists in the first column and username is exist in the second column. So the user instance of the text field is j text field 1. So j text field 1. Okay, j text field 1 dot get text. Actually I want to match the both text of the database table and the text field. Also use the logical operator and if both username and the password correct, then you can log in into the database. You can log in into the another form, or you can say the successfully message displayed on the screen. Okay, so create a boolean flag value. You can also use the integer type value in place of bool. Actually bool is exist in the C sharp, so you can use integer type. Integer flag equals to 1, flag is 0. If your value is found, then break the while loop. Okay, after these you can check the value of the flag. If it is modified, then your value is available, or you can say exist. If your value is exist, then label control display a successful message, otherwise display credentials error. Okay, so jlabel4 dot set text, that is the successful message, login success. Else jlabel4 dot set text, jlabel4 dot set text, oops, invalid credentials, or you can say username and passwords. Okay, this is your login form. Save the connections. right click and add first of all libraries for the SQL connections, and you can say driver. Java DB is your database driver, Java DB driver for the thereby database. Run file, login form. Yeah, login form is correctly open when enter the Jacob and Jacob. Oops, getting error. What is this? Yeah, your driver manager .cat connection is not properly managed. So, thrown a mistake in the password, I think. That is previously, remember, change the password in the source file. User pass is not a password. That is pass user, I think. This is your password. This is your actually correct password. Okay, run file. Again, Jacob and Jacob. Invalid username and passwords. Oops. What's the mistake is here? Again, Live4 is your password. Again, invalid username and passwords. So, what is the mistake? After the while statement, rs.getString, its means of second column, that is username, is matched with the first jtext field. Check it. View data. Yeah, Jacob is Jacob, and username is exist on the single. You can say one first index, second index, and password is on third index. So what's the error? Yeah, actually mistake is here. That is the get string is 3 and change the text field value. Mm, Here we have a j text field for the username and j text field 2 is for the password. You can check j text field 2 for the password. Invalid username, because in the if sections both values does not match, so dot equals use for the deep match, equals, and this method pass under here. Okay, in the same line